Joining us now to review some of the headlines of today's newspapers from around the world is Arise News analyst Emmanuel Efeni. Emmanuel, good to have you as always.
Good afternoon, Ekene. Good afternoon, Adesua and Indy.
Good afternoon to you.
Yes, let's start with these day newspapers. Nigeria's newspaper of records. The lead story, stand up to bandits. Defense minister charges Nigerians as 42 abducted in Niger. Military launches manhunt for kidnappers of schoolboys, others. Security chiefs minister in Niger to coordinate rescue. Governor rules out ransom payment, closes boarding schools. Senate asks Buhari to declare emergency on security. Yes, the statement by the Minister of Defense, Major General Bashir Magaji, retired. I will say he just dropped a clanger there because for the minister to make that kind of statement, calling Nigerians cowards, Nigerians who are victims of insecurity, victims of banditry, victims of terrorism, that they should stand up and to these bandits. And to just some of the statements he used, why should people run away from little aggression? We should stand and face them.
Emmanuel, the adjective you use, clanger, is actually quite a good one because it seems as though everyone but him can hear loud and clear how discordant his comments are. So it's just, it's quite striking that he doesn't seem to be aware of how out of touch.
Emmanuel,
yes.
I don't even understand how it's looking like some of our leaders have to be taught lessons in how to communicate, how to speak, how to say things. This is a defense minister saying that people should defend themselves. You're a defense minister. You're saying that. And then you're thinking about people. Dr. Holo said in Harley Chase when I read it, fear is the key that opens men's wallets. So when you have a gun, you instill fear into people immediately, even if the person is Arnold Schwarzenegger.
You should confront bandits with guns, with sticks. It's unthinkable. I think the minister has to apologize to Nigerians. Otherwise, if I were to advise the president, he should relieve him of his job. Exactly. Because to call bandits attack, terrorist attack, little aggression, it means he doesn't even know the magnitude of the insecurity, the level of insecurity being faced by Nigerians at this point in time. Perhaps he left the army too long ago to even know that when a man is holding a weapon and you are confronted, you confront him, it means you want to commit suicide.
I think this speaks a lot to some of the issues Nigerians have repeatedly spoke about. The sort of appointments we're seeing where you have square holes and round pegs, they don't fit the positions they are appointed to. We see public officials who live in an alternate universe. They are not in touch with reality. This is a defense minister I know has security. He has AGCs, soldiers guarding him wherever he goes. These are security personnel that perhaps if withdrawn, we'll be able to even add to the little number of security personnel we have doing the job of securing lives and property of Nigerians. Perhaps we should do that before the president even relieves him of his duty, which would not be, too much to ask for Nigerians.
Well, talking about round pegs and round holes and vice versa, you expect that when you appoint a retired Major General as the Minister of Defense, of course, the president has done the right thing because he fits the bill, going by his training, his exposure, his experience, but he has just disappointed the president with that statement. And I think either he recants, apologizes to Nigerians, otherwise the president should be looking for another defense minister who knows the magnitude of what is going on as it concerns insecurity in the land, calling banditry and terrorist attack little aggression. Now, let's just look at how other newspapers are reporting the issue of these kidnapped students and others in Kagara. The Vanguard newspaper, Kagara College attack, how bandits killed student, abducted 42. According to the principal, they won't pay ransom to bandits. They will use the money to buy more arms. That's Governor Bello making that statement there. The Daily Trust newspaper also has the same story. Federal government, Niger government in talks with Kagara kidnappers. 42 kidnapped victims in Kaduna forest. We know the abductors, the Inspector General of Police, will adopt Katsina tactics to rescue them, Defense Minister. Well, we should not be allowing this to happen if we think we have a tactics to be rescuing students who have been kidnapped and traumatized. Then I think that is not the best. We should be preventing this from happening.
Yes, I was just going to say that listening to the comments or Amaka's report yesterday, the governor seemed to be saying that though they will not give them any ransom, they were ready to engage with them with regards to their cries of saying that they were they hadn't gotten access to amenities. So from another side, they were saying they'll deal with their issues with regards having access to education or welfare, but they won't pay them a ransom. What's your sense of that?
Yes, using all tactics to get these students, their teachers and relatives out of the kidnappers' den. If you engage with them, talk to them, at the same time, the security forces are also closing in on them. But they are also cautious so that they don't have casualties on the side of the kidnappers, the victims of kidnappers. So engaging with them is quite correct. It's not out of place to engage with them, to see if they can release these students without using force, where you can have casualties on the side of the victims of kidnapping.
All right, run through the rest of the papers before we let you go.
Yes, let's just look at what's happening in the UK. Yes, the Times of UK. Thousands of students want jobs in nursing. Now, students are flocking to safe careers. Don't forget that as a result of this pandemic, a lot of persons lost their job, high-flying jobs. But if you're in the medical profession, frontline workers, they are working. So right now, nursing, medical profession seems to be the in thing in the UK. Over more than 30% more applied for nursing this year, this academic session, than they did last year. So you can know why many people are looking at nursing. And of course, a lot of nurses from Nigeria are also finding their way to the UK. Doctors are also finding their way to the UK to get a job, because the job is there, the pay is good. But if you look at the Herald newspaper, jobs time bomb looming with further 2.6 million at risk. Yes, you can understand why many are going to the nursing profession, because many jobs are at risk as a result of the downturn in the economy, and many businesses are laying off workers. But the Daily Express newspaper, we must take prudent steps to freedom. Boris Johnson saying, yes, we need to reopen the economy, lift restrictions, but we have to do it based on data, not dates. So he wants to be prudent about that, because according to the Prime Minister, Boris Johnson, if you rush to reopen so fast, you may need another lockdown to clear any surge in infection. I think it makes sense that the Prime Minister is taking it one step at a time.
All right, we'll leave it there for now. Emmanuel Efeni, thank you for today's top stories in today's papers.